The rapid web gamer, the lonely gamer webs himself at night. That's probably too lewd for a start of the video, but you know what? We move these days. These days we're the kind of fellow who moves, who makes moves. Money moves, as they say. Anyway, today we're drawing, and we're playing web games, but I guess you knew that. It's a sequel. Should I explain it? Do people care? Does anybody even watch this on YouTube? I don't know. I don't care. I'm just doing it for me as well. To be fair, I want to do them. And it gives me an excuse to conversate about nonsense before I play Danganronpa and become crazy. Become my weeb, my truest weeb self. 100%. Today we're drawing Bosnia and Herzegovina, or if you ask Kasad, Greater Serbia. I'm not getting into Balkan politics. Listen, I know my place, and it's to laugh at it from a distance, and it's to never participate in it, lest I forget. Anyway, I know Bosnia it's got like this sort of shape. It's a heart. There we go. Okay, that was terrible. I know it looks like this, but like only this part is coastline because Croatia's like hugging it. It's like being eaten. I need to stop putting the cities on the edges of like I'm making connect the dots and just expanding it. Like most countries have a bunch of land they ain't doing shit with, like major city wise. I'm from Australia, I should know that's most of our land, to be fair. But don't worry about it too much. Don't you worry, don't you worry. And do I remember that song? Child? Who's that was on the bundle yesterday. That's why it's fresh in my mind. Anyway, this is an interesting. Saudi Arabia, Georgia. Oh fuck! I'm so good at this. I'm so good at this. I was like, but these two aren't so far away that this would be a linear guess. It's obviously that means it's closer. But it's not going to be down here because that would then the math doesn't check out because of the water. So it's got to be up here. It was either Georgia, Azerbaijan. It was in there somewhere. Armenia is I think somewhere in here. I'm not sure, frankly speaking. I forgot to ping. I think I forgot to ping my server, my Discord server. Not that I don't think anybody really cares, but that's not my problem. I'm just here to deliver you content. I'm not really. I'm not the ping machine. If I was a more famous individual, I would have, you know, what do you call it? Not quite servant. Servants is the wrong word. Not gremlins. You know what I mean? Guards? Yeah. Like people I send to do things for me. Oh, I would have little underlings. That's the word I'm looking for. Anyway, the upside down, the chicken drumstick, thick chicken drumstick. This is Azerbaijan, maybe. Okay, not at all. So it is. Is Dominica? Ooh. Oh no. I don't know what's to the left. Antigua? No, that's gotta be two. Let's use our brain on this one. And both of these islands are gonna have two islands. So we gotta think on that one as well. Actually, what's the point in thinking on this? I literally don't know. Guess both the Virgin Islands and then Jamaica, even though I know. Montserrat, not a real place. I refuse to acknowledge its existence. Too many islands. This should be a greater Caribbean. Everything we're state maxing. This is. I'm pretty sure. If I watched a few JREG videos in my time, I'm sure that there's a political belief regarding like big statism. Like there should only be like 8 countries in the world, which maybe is even true. To be honest, maybe we should have 0 countries or whatever, which would be the extreme of that, I guess. But I can't say I really care one way or another. And listen, we can't even agree inside one country, and we're just supposed to make these countries larger and fill more people and subscribe to more interests. That doesn't make any sense, quite frankly. But don't ask me. Don't take my word for it. Afghanistan, maybe. That's not gonna help me. But no. This is well, it's not Uzbekistan. Actually, it might be Uzbekistan. Yes, it is Uzbekistan. It's a flag I don't see very often. I think there's a few CS players from there, but I don't see them very often. So all my flag knowledge is Counter Strike knowledge. It's just like that's why my European flag knowledge is pretty okay. Everywhere, especially African. If Africa was locked the fuck in on CS, if they locked in on CS2, then I would know all their flags. To be honest with you, that's just how I am. Anyway, Bandu me, the daily Bandu. Feeling stressed by the paw, tap the cogwheel and hide it. That's actually the problem with society today. The idea that seeing a part 2 would stress you out in Bandu, the online web-based music guessing game. Like that is like very. I'm accommodating to society. That's society gone soft for sure. Anyway, 1972, 95 million views. Popular before the internet, obviously, but like you know what I mean. It wasn't recently viral. This popularity is boomers looking it up. I wouldn't be able to tell it to you. This seems like it sounds kind of like a Zelda theme, but I don't think it's a Zelda theme. No, that part's familiar. Da, 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 da. No, I'm pretending. I'm pretending. This is this Metallica? Is Metallica from the 1970s? I literally forgot. I'm not lying to you. When was Metallica? That has to be the 90s because like they were doing that. Formed in 81, but like I assume popular later. Anyway, I don't know it. Let's not pretend. I don't know shit about this time. We're gonna this. It's all the same. I don't know it. Blazing passion, burning flame, burning love. Elvis Presley. That would make sense. Why? I don't think I've heard maybe one Elvis Presley song. I have no problem with. Let's just listen to it while I talk about it. I have no real problem with Elvis Presley. I also don't have any particular affinity for Elvis Presley. So like, why would I bother? You know? Because it's like I'm having a decent time. It's alright. That's okay. That's perfectly amicable. I don't know shit about Elvis Presley apart from how he died, to be honest with you. And I've never been curious. You could call that a flaw, but honestly, some things can stay outside of my field of knowledge. And Elvis Presley's music is one of them. I'm not in an insulting way. Just like, you know, I feel like if I wanted to listen to something, I'm sure I could find things that are much better. Nostalgia would be the only reason. I literally obviously don't have that. Okay, just hire a vacant units. So that's an interesting one. Vacant. I don't know what metric I would use for vacant units. I can't imagine it's going to be a city though. I imagine there's high demand for that. People with a humanities degree as a percentage of the overall population, not an absolute metric. Obviously, otherwise then you would just choose the higher population. Humanities degree strikes me the less what Florida or Washington. Washington surely humanities. I can't imagine people going to Florida for humanities unless you're stuck there. Cheaper rent, New Orleans or Wichita. It can't be New Orleans because I've heard of it, which means it's got to be a more populous city. Lower racial diversity. This is New York, is it? Oh, it's not going to be New York. New York has got racial diversity up the wazoo, man. That's like the if I'm moving anywhere in America. Well, it's probably not New York because it depends on what Zoran Momdani is doing, affordability wise. I'm unfamiliar with what's going on there. Apart from he's got charisma, that's what I know. Anyway, Laval mentioned people who are broke. Not that's under 50K is not broke, but I guess it includes the broke to use the metric. And I do actually, add 50. Even if you add 50K, I doubt you're having a great time. And then in this economy, also that's Canadian, so it's kind of I'm familiar with baby money, not baby no money. That's a guy who's also from Canada. Anyway, I'm stalling because I don't have any metric. Calgary I've heard of, so I'm gonna choose Laval, which I've also heard of, but only in memes. Okay, and I think I've been on a flawless juxtasat run for a little while now, but they've been very high percentage ones. I think only one of them was difficult, so let's not pretend that this is some great accomplishment by me. Anyway, today I think of skipping the crossword because I do it every time and I embarrass myself. So I think it's time to say goodbye to it as a regular occurrence. Anyway, let's do some graphs, bro. Let's lock in on some financial analysis. Anyway, it was started at 13 in the '08 crisis. Post '08, it's just been going up. What happened to it during COVID? It was kind of not influenced by COVID. Pepsi. Okay, so now we know the market cap, which wasn't shown until now. So I don't know why it's trying to trick me into this one, as if I could have known what the market cap is by seeing this, which I may, but I don't actually know the financial. Johnson & Johnson. I don't know what Mondelez is, so I'm gonna click it. The rest of these I also don't know. What is it? What do you do? What is your product? Sorry, can I? Yeah. Compared to industry, what the fuck do you do? Useless fucking website. Doesn't tell me what Mondelez International Incorporated does. Anyway, started at 5.49 and now is consistently at an 8.97. It wouldn't be any of these because they would not. It's going to be this one because this is the only thing that would be able to be the same year on year, because it would actually like be linked to like a mandated thing. You know what I mean? That's the tricky one because the rest could fluctuate by a small amount, but the others didn't. Anyway, peaking in World War II, but then dropping off afterwards. Steel would not be this late. Candle, out brief candle. I don't see why candle would peak in World War II. Radio, Sorex to me is something that makes sense. I guess that would make a lot of sense to me. Yeah, because World War II, news, radio, and then TV is never left until, of course. Why was TV going down in 05? That seems weird for the gradient to be this way here. I guess TV probably did peak before then, if we're being honest with each other. But I guess streaming culture wouldn't have started like up until like here, but it was already on I guess, you know what, people were buying up the market and TV was becoming like a cash grab situation. You know what, that makes some sense. Layout 1 updated. I didn't do shit, Twitch. You are cracked the fuck up. CTFU, is that a thing? I presume so. Anyway, disorderly archive, but it's one we haven't done. Is disorderly just dead now? Are they just like perma dead? Because they don't release new ones pretty much ever. I don't get that problem. Because keeping the website up and not doing anything with it is interesting. I guess it's the easiest option, to be fair. You literally have to do nothing. No one's hacking this guy anyway. I assume it's just a guy. Year they were born. Who's old? Trump is probably the oldest, which means he was down there. Clinton, I think, is older than Obama. Boris and Obama might be the same age, but Boris doesn't strike me as that old. He just looks old. He looks weathered. Xi Jinping is probably older than Hillary Clinton. Emmanuel Macron strikes me as the youngest. Okay, well this was difficult, but okay. Clinton is fucking old, man. I forgot because it's literally been a decade since the election. I guess she was in her 60s then, and now is not in her 60s. That's what happens when time passes. I didn't know they were about the same age, to be honest with you. Hillary just sort of seems younger, but Trump is kind of fucked up. No disrespect. Or some disrespect, to be fair, but in a funny way. The humorous kind of disrespect. Anyway, let's get the connections in. The mandate of heaven? No, it's the moderate of heaven. Newton, Toady, Mean, average, par, standard, the middle, the norm. Yeah. The new norm. The new norm. Anyone remember that fucking? What happened to those guys? I actually that was to be honest with you, I wouldn't have been surprised to find out that if you're unfamiliar with the new norm, it was a show that attempted to, in the wake of Elon Musk's Twitter acquisition, not in the wake really, years after, to be honest with you. It was attempting to like it was what I would call safe edgy. You know what I mean? So they're like what people who want to be edgy but who don't really have it in them, who aren't true believers. They just make fun of like, oh, you can't say anything these days, and then there's non-binary this and trans that. They just do the like bottom of the barrel jokes because they don't actually have creativity, right? You can be edgy and have creativity, or this is safe edgy is what I'm calling it, is like the kind of stuff that you know is easy to get idiots on your side with. To be honest with you, and then it was also Elon Musk pandering, which is same thing, idiots on your side. But anyway, it was honestly written to the point of like it was weirdly like it was one or two shifts away from actually not being against any of the things it purports to be making fun of, and it was like I don't think it was, but it was very actually not too far away from being written in like a supportive satire sense rather than like scraping the bottom of the barrel sense. Like it was almost clever in being stupid, but it wasn't quite there. But I think someone needs to tap into that. But the climate may have changed. I think we're in a different sort of atmosphere now. Anyway, Adderall, Monster, objects that I've shoved up my ass. No one remembers those. That's a fucking classic vid, to be honest with you. Monitorship. This is confusing me. Car, ship. That's just not right. Cool. Moderate. Moderate, maybe? To moderate, to settle, to temper, to cool, to sort of make calm, to mollify. Very nice. Minion, monster, The Incredibles, Minions, Monsters Inc., Cars. Member of a titular group in an animation franchise. Yeah, kids' movies, well, you know. I don't know what the hell is up with this. Shit that you smoking crack? I don't know. Starting with herpetofauna. Adder, monitor, newt, toad. Like, witches' companions. Yeah. Sort of lizard likes. Let's call it that. Unfamiliar. Sorry, that one's just stuck in my shit. Hold on, let me just see what's going on. People are making fun of Final Fantasy Freddy's 2. Thankfully, I'm just not there. Clues by Sam. Will this one piss me the fuck off? This is the true question. True believers will say it. Only one of the two. And it says it said hard today, so we'll see. Last time it was hard, I gave up pretty quick because I was not in the right mindset. But I'm hydrated now, sort of. One of the two innocents to the left of Daniel's Gabe's neighbor. Daniel is D here. One of the two is Gabe's neighbor. So there's two innocents, so you're an innocent because one of you is guilty. Yes. Both criminals in row 1 are connected. Well, if you're a criminal, so you're the criminal, you're innocent. Easy enough. We have a lot of information and we've solved both of those. Easy. Okay, well this started us off with a very gimme, but like we don't mind this. An odd number of innocents on the edges neighbor Tyler. Tyler T. Okay. Innocents on the edges. So 1, 2, 3. So it's either 3 or 1. Sam and Betty have an equal number of innocent neighbors. Betty being having at least one. Nick is okay. Nick, where are you? 3 criminal neighbors. Tyler has 3 criminal neighbors and an odd number of innocents on the edges. Which means that, wait, what? So 1 innocent on the edge. This is actually plot. They're giving me all the info. I just need to put it together. So 3 criminal neighbors, 2 innocent neighbors, 1 of which is on the edge. So you're innocent. Yes. Row 4 is the only row with exactly 1 criminal. The only row. So there's 1 more criminal in here. We don't know where yet. 2 of the 3 painters have an innocent directly to the right of them. But we know it's you. And it's so 1 of you 2 is innocent. And you have to be guilty, because if you're innocent, then there's only... So you're guilty, but yes, exactly. Because if you're innocent, then there would be 1 criminal in the row. Sam has exactly 5 criminal neighbors. Now this is just becoming combinations and shit. Okay, we've got to get rid of this one, because it doesn't matter anymore. Let's think on this. Okay, so Sam has exactly 5 criminal neighbors. Sam having 8 neighbors, meaning he has 3 innocent neighbors, as does Betty, having 3 innocent neighbors. Which means that out of these 3, 1 is guilty. Which means you have to be guilty because of your innocence. Yes, okay. That doesn't help us really, but it is information. Innocence on the edges. So there's 2. I just need to put this together again and again and again. So there's 1 innocent, 1 guilty going on here. Wait, but that means that we know where the innocent is, because you can't have... Why? Let me... Because you can't have... Wait, hello. There was a... Tyler, yeah. Tyler... I shouldn't have crossed this one out, because it contains information that has not yet been resolved. Tyler has 3 criminal neighbors. There's 1, there's 2, and then there's 3. Correct. Okay. So I'm having exactly 5. So there's 1, 2, 3. Between these 3, 1 is innocent. I'm not sure we have the information on this one. This is tricky, man. This is really tricky. 5, 1, 2, 3. Is there any... So I don't know if we have any more information about these. Okay, there's exactly one criminal in row 4, which means that out of Rose and Tyler, there can't be 2 criminals, right? Which means that if Sam is to have 5 criminal neighbors, there's 2, 3, 4, and you have to be a criminal because of the logic, because of the way that it is, of course. But that doesn't that's kind of like, it's true, but what can we do about it, you know? Because we know 2 of you are innocent, or 2 of you are guilty. No, hold on, let me get the math right. 2 of you are innocent, 1 of you is guilty because Betty has 3 innocent neighbors. Do we have any information on which one is the guilty one? Any more? So who do we know things about? This is what I have to determine. We know things about Tyler in the sense that Tyler has 3 criminal neighbors and we know where they are, roughly speaking. And because only one of you can be a criminal, Paula is also a criminal. Wait, no. Because row 4 is the only row with exactly 1 criminal, so Paula is innocent. The rule is inversed in this one case. Exactly 1 doctor has an innocent directly to the right of them. Well, it can't be you. Because we know it's one of you. Because, wait, no, it can't. There's a chance that you're innocent, you're guilty, you're guilty. But this doesn't actually prove anything. No, but this does mean 2 doctors have to have a guilty to the right of them. That's the same reason. Because there were 3 doctors. So, guilty, innocent. I'm just trying to figure out whether there's any reason for this information to do something right now. You know what I mean? Is there any reason for it to be you? If you have an innocent to the right of you, then you don't, and then you don't. But that doesn't. There's no reason to believe that that would be the case. There's no special quality. I think I'm like almost lost, but there's so little information that I feel like it has to be given to us. Odd number of innocents on the edges. Yeah, we know the answer to that one. It's one. That means 1 of you. Maybe the painter one is paying out now. Where's the painter one? 2 of the 3 painters having an innocent directly to the right of them. Which means 1 has a guilty party. But we knew that this information is telling us the same thing as this information, though. There's a weird lead. This is the same piece of information, which is confusing to me because they must not be the same. This is a pretty well-made game, a metagaming, but I hope you forgive me for that. Equal number of innocent neighbors. I'm kind of lost. It's very tragic. Informationally. You know what? I need a hint. Okay, but why was that the one? I get it. Like, the conclusion makes sense, but I don't see the reasoning logically falling out. Why is this the doctor? Why are you the criminal one? Why can't Eve be innocent? And then you have Tyler as innocent, with Rose being guilty. Like, I don't get it. It doesn't really make sense. But I'm gonna run with it. Hmm. Okay, well, what does this have to do with Tyler, bro? Oh, you're guilty because there's one of you is innocent, or what? No, but that means you're innocent. Am I crazy? What's the? I don't get this. What does this clue have to do with all of this? Why are you innocent? Sorry, am I fucking crazy? One doctor is innocent to the right of them. Betty. Oh my god, I had it wrong the whole time. I had it wrong the whole time. I thought Betty had 3 criminal neighbors. Betty had 3 innocent neighbors. My brain is actually like literally the bit was flipped. It was so okay. That's caused me the entire problem was because of that. Then obviously, yeah, then this has to be a criminal because you can't have 2 criminal ones being here. Yes, that makes perfect sense. Idiot. Okay. Betty and Paula have an equal number of innocent neighbors. Paula is. Well, we know Betty's got 3, which means you got 3, which means you're innocent. Carl and Zavi. You're getting lazy at the end of this, but I respect it. Well, Carl's got 2, which means Zavi also has 2, which means you're innocent, which means you're guilty. One isn't between Carl and Wanda. Means you're a criminal, which means you're innocent. Easy enough. Okay. We got stuck on literally mathematical error by my brain, but don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Okay, here we go. Trivia, this time. I thought that said eroticism, my brain is hooked in the right way. The brain mad cow disease? Oh, it's a village. It's the dancing disease, but I don't know what it's called. Named after what word related to the Hebrew for peace? I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Salem. I would not have. This information did not help me, except for the word witches, but they didn't mention trials, so how would I have guessed it? There's a lot of witches. There's only a few witch trials, and those were the Salem ones. You know what I mean? White Lotus teamed up with his dad on what TV competition? I don't know. Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? 3 different seasons on The Amazing Race. Yes, that's the one about going around the world. What directional quark? It's the up quark or the down quark. Down. Yes, one of the two. You've got about a month left to see the Queen of Versailles Broadway show starring what longtime leading lady? How would I know? For what diminutive soprano? I would not have any know. Chris, yeah, obviously, I have no idea who any of that's all out of my field of knowledge. Sturmgen is a delicacy in the Palatinate region of what country? Croatia. What nation? Okay, it's Germany. Yeah, because they're not funny. I know that much about Germany. They don't have a sense of humor. That's the joke about them. It's not really that far off the truth either. It's just that their sense of humor is very different. It's dry and literal, and there's something to it, but it's itself. Oyster stew or whatever the hell is this? I don't care. I'm not picking that. That's going to make me throw up. Pozole, simmered pork or chicken. Add hominy, which I don't know what that is. Maybe it's the spice. Or this, which had a high score despite it's the fine dining presentation is carrying this. This probably tastes better. Mother tongue, yeah, it's gonna be really the brains they won. Let's not be okay. It's gonna be anti culture over like the shit that they served you in schools. Burek Lajin or Muna. If I could flip a coin, this one's got a better photo. They're about the same thing, which is probably a sweetbread. If it's okay, this is an unjust world. I like Singapore rice noodles. There's no way it beats paneer tikka. No disrespect. I vote with my soul and my heart on that one. Ensalada maliguena or mi ayam. Maybe the worst. These noodles look flavorless as fuck, but I'll choose it anyway because no one knows what the fuck is going on over there. Dampa, I have respect for dampa. I've eaten it before. It's actually pretty good. But it's gonna be the Brazilian rice. Salta. Walter, Shirunashi Tantan Man. This is like Japan's attempt at fried noodles. Yeah, it's not no one would call Japan the master of fried noodles. That probably belongs to a lot of Southeast Asian countries. Meanwhile, this is kind of slop coated, so I'm gonna choose Japan because Japan doesn't lose, and I'm sure it tastes alright. But another thing about Japan, they're great at small, simple flavors and isolated. That's my experience. Right? You go for two, what they do very well is not having a crazy amount of spices and mixes and blends and all that stuff. They do have them, but it's more about ingredients. It feels like to me. I don't mind it, but I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm partial to the food of thought, which is spice upon spice upon spice. Southeast Asia, India. Where else would you even find this? I don't know. Mexico, sort of. That kind of thing. Anyway, it's going to be harissa. It's not a fair comparison because this is kind of a condiment. And again, ingredients rather than anything else. So it's not really fair. This is disgusting. The image. The plate makes it worse. If this was like a darker plate, then the contrast would make it look less like I just threw it up on a plate. Oh, God. Milk soup, huh? Yeah, satisfied. It's because I've had too much milk today because it was expiring, so I was like, I'll just have some extra, just drink some milk, fuck it. But that did lead my stomach. I've got some imbalancing of acidity in my stomach from that, which has fucked me up a little bit, which is why this makes me feel sick. This is a United Kingdom special. Oh no, even worse. It's Sweden. Oh, it's Finland. Finland, we know you for a lot of things. It's not your cuisine. No disrespect. This is orange salad. AKA, they put oranges and onions. It's gonna be France or South of France, southeast of Switzerland, Italy. Insalata di arance, Sicilian orange salad. Can you call this a meal? I guess you can if you made it. If you're the first people to put oranges and onions together, I don't mind it. I think it would actually work now that I think about it, but I wouldn't do it at home. It's just an egg. It looked like an egg, but I think it's kind of like a dumpling. It's a momo slash. Yeah. Oh, this is a fucking modak, bro. Why did I not recognize it? Yes. It's a. I'm not pronouncing it at risk. Yeah. Okay. There we go. It is. I'm vindicated. Modak mentioned. Yes, obviously, this is delicious. This variant is not my favorite. I'm not gonna lie to you though. This one's good. The filling here is ideal. It's peak. I'm a much more of a fan of the fried ones. The doughy ones, to me, the inside and the outside are at war with each other. With the fried ones, you get a good bite on it. It's indulgent. It's delicious. It's lovely. Anyway, above average because I know my food. Some respect for Indian food today. I'm a fan. I'm enjoying myself a little bit. Mbappe or Mars? I'm gonna guess people are looking up Mbappe more than they're looking up Mars. And it's for a good reason. Mars or alcohol? Who's just looking up alcohol? I guess it has more. I feel like it has some interests, but fuck it, whatever. Mitski, which I've heard of. This is like baby's first like sub top music. This is like I'm it's the Buzz Lightyear meme of I listen to Mitski. No disrespect to the artist itself. My beef is not with Mitski, my beef is with the people who like Mitski. No, I'm just kidding. It's got to be Mitski because I don't know who Hinder is, and they don't look they don't look this popular. It's gonna be Britney Spears. Hopefully, she's living her best life. That's all I gotta say. ASAP Rocky. I don't see ASAP Rocky at clearing 33. I'm gonna keep that at $150. It's gonna be Bon Jovi. Barely. Oh, really? You fucked me on 100K difference between 25 million? That's terrible. Three Musketeers with the Gold Rush. This one's got Charlie Chaplin in it. I'm gonna assume it's a better movie. Also, it's probably a billion years old. John Wick, 8. John Wick is probably higher than an 8.1. If I, oh, never mind, y'all. They don't put respect on action movies. Also, I don't even think the first one's the best John Wick, even though I didn't pay attention to any of them by watching them. That's the great thing about an action movie. You don't need to pay attention to it to enjoy it. It's a great movie to be on your phone and ask somebody what's happening. I'm just kidding. Don't do that. I'm a victim of this. Anyway. Old Thompson ground cumin. Ground cumin is very cheap, but maybe not in America. £5. $4.99? $7.99? Jesus Christ, you guys are $13.99? $14.99? $15.49 for £5. It's £5 to be fair. That's not that crazy now that I think about it. But I guess, you know what? If you're going to Costco for ground cumin, you don't really give a fuck, do you? No disrespect. I guess it doesn't matter where you get it. If it's ground, like, you just put in that shit. I'm sure we get it pretty much the same way. I say that because I'm not the one who refills the spice cupboard. I'm one day. Let's put it that way. One day. What do we want to do with this one? We want to unmute the audio so that you guys can hear the dulcet tones of the ChatGPT tokens hitting your ears.
Erase. A verb meaning to rub or scrape out. Cheese. A noun meaning a food consisting of the
Yeah, the cheese.
Perhaps. A adverb meaning
Perhaps.
Flannel. A noun meaning a soft. Incendiary. A adjective meaning
Bashir got nerfed on the CT side.
accuse. A verb meaning to charge with a fault or offense. Blame. Accusin comes from
Accuse, yeah, you forgot the A.
Seraphic, a adjective meaning of or
Yes, Isaac helps you with this one.
antelope. A noun meaning any of various
Antelope.
supine. A adjective
I'm familiar with supine, thank you very much.
throughout. A preposition meaning all the way from
And preposition today.
exhalation. A noun meaning something exhale.
Type of shit I be doing.
Toreador. A noun meaning torero bullfighter, derived from Spanish torear, meaning to fight bulls, which stems from
There's something is wrong in the first half of that.
pertinacity. A adjective meaning adhering resolutely.
That was just like derived from the base logic of how that word would be.
Cornichon. A noun
I
meaning a
can't
sour
do-
gherkin usually flavored with tarragon. Gherkin is French, meaning a little
Yeah,
horn, derived
I
from
know,
corn
but
for horn. Cornichon. A noun meaning a sour gherkin usually flavored with tarragon.
Cornichon?
Jodhpurs. A noun meaning riding breeches cut.
That one is just a regular of spell check, so and that's the only reason. It's literally Chon. That's fucked up. Toreador. I spelled it like Toreador. Translated. I had eyes like a tiger on the brain for that one. That's for sure. 100. I've clicked multi MC up so many times the cache is like loading it so quick. I'm not playing Minecraft today. One day though. You know, the voices will speak to me and they'll tell me about the game. Which removing cauldron's lid gets toad's tail and uncooked chicken out? So there's a lot of indicators. Removing the lid of cauldron strikes me as removing the top part of the word cauldron. The tail of toad, which is the letter D, and the uncooked chicken. I don't know what uncooked means. So you have cauldron, you take C out, and then you take D out, AUL. I'm like halfway there, but I need the indicators. So you remove the lid, so it's like Doldrin? Soldrin? That doesn't help me. Chicken out. What does which have to do with it? Which removing? Okay, hold on. I get it now, but the way that this works is kind of like unusual. So take C out of which, so it's with, and then you add the tail of toad to D with, and uncooked. So something. Just give me a letter. Withdraw. Where the fuck did draw come from? Hello? I get the with part. You remove C from which because that's the letter cauldron. Oh, D raw. Sorry, there's no indicator for why you would turn why uncooked would be part of the word. Listen, Minute Cryptic. I've defended some really confusing clues. I get it. Which removing cauldron lid? Take the top part of the word cauldron away from the which. That's a stretch because which is before the indicators, but I accept it. Gets toad's tail. Reasonable. You remove a letter, you get a letter. With D. and uncooked. What am I supposed to do with uncooked? Just put the fucking word in? Why is it? Why do you like? Why? I get chicken out of the definition. You could have. You needed to make this one again. I don't subscribe to your notion on this. No disrespect. Anyway, let me see if movie to movie is easy today, because otherwise I'm not gonna be doing it. I don't know movies. Okay. I don't recognize anybody in these photos. Let's not pretend like we could even remotely know it. Scrandle, rattle, catfishing, and kind of hard golf to round out an otherwise excellent group shit. No, I'm just messing. I'm just saying things for the sake of saying things. Daily me. The voting scran. Double cheeseburger with unmelted top cheese, but otherwise relatively chill. With chip salt. This is actually a depressing gyros. This chicken is the sauce is not the right. I don't. There's no spice on it. I'm gonna choose the burger for once. I feel like it's cooked decently. It's got the greasiness to it. Chip buddy or wood fired pizza. That pizza looks good as fuck for. Actually, it just looks good in general. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Inordinately long hot dog. It's obviously gonna be that over this disaster class. Don't even mess with me. The sauce is looking like mold. I'm gonna what? No. That's AI generated sauce. Potato tornado for £2 from Korea. They did not. They seasoned it. It's the same color as the frying, or the photo is too low quality. There's plastic in my chicken wings and rice. I'm gonna vote for the Korean chicken tornado. Pretty decent steak chimichurri sauce compared to. But this is a bad photo of a burger because you can't see the inside of the burger. How are you supposed to guess it at it? Pulled pork chipper. Waffle fries, by the way, not crinkle cut chips. These are waffle fries. It will do you well to know what a waffle fry is. They're the best kind. I will be voting for them, as will everybody else. Pizza with are these large pepperoni cuts? Peanut butter meatballs not too bad, but the ratio is off. So I'm gonna choose. That's not 93. I'm gonna push back a bit. Fried chicken on a stick or whatever. This is alien food. I'm gonna pick the looking good chicken. Currywurst and chips separate, actually. Yeah, I'm gonna choose the passing fare. This is okay. That would be okay if it wasn't a big stadium, but I think it might have been. Yeah, with slaw, bro. How the fuck am I supposed to eat this? No. This is an inedible meal. You can't eat it. It's literally inedible. You have to put your face in it. If you have glasses, you can't do this because a stray sauce holding piece will just touch your glasses. You can't You can't even go facial hair. Forget it. Why would this is made for dogs to use their snouts to dig in. It's like an anteater's ideal where they can literally pick and choose. It doesn't make sense, man. Who's eating it? I get it if you're at a place where you can put it in a plate, get a knife and fork, cut it in half, get into it. You have your luxuries, such as a fucking napkin, which is a luxury in this day and age of eating that kind of slop. Anyway, body language. Unfamiliar. Rotate one letter in language to get one member of language. French 101 word found inside language. Lingua? I don't know about French. Mild oath, that's a shortening of language. Official language of Austria. I don't know. No, that's not right. Austrian, German, probably. That makes sense. The empires and shit. German. Pronoun that sounds like German. That doesn't sound right. Swap the manger. It's about little baby Jesus in the manger with his mama. Shout out Jack's Films. The Jesus, yes, literally, that's the answer to the next part. Unfortunately, the Bible's history or whatever is still in my brain a little bit. Jesus, Jeez. My old oath, that's a shortening of Jesus. I'm confused. I feel like half of these make sense to me, which is the confusing part. Let's go backwards a little bit. Let's see. The Home Depot. Me. Pronoun that sounds like. Hold on. We're gonna brute force this. We did it. We did it. Never forget your roots. Bullshitting. That wasn't even the right. I just got it like one member of we is me. I just got lucky. We. But this is G's, so it's how do you spell G's? Am I losing my mind? It's G's Louise. I deserve the full points, but it's not. I don't know what do they want from me here? I'm gonna look up how to spell G's. It's G. Okay, that's. But it can be spelled with a G with a J. Yeah, it can be spelled with a J. Fuck off. No disrespect. And it also works. Doesn't matter. You should be able to accept both in this circumstance. I don't accept you. 1381 deaths. English rebels. Medieval Kent. People's Revolt. People from Kent. I don't know. It's not going to be Martin Luther. That guy came much later. 1381 deaths is. I'm just gonna type William. What Tyler? Yeah, beyond my knowledge. That's fine. Isthmuses of the United States. Tech hubs. Silicon Valley. Sorry, Seattle. My bad. It's a city in Washington. I forgot that Seattle's in Washington. In my mind, American states and cities are very like unconnected unless I really know them. Annulenes, aromatic hydrocarbons, mutagens, hydrocarbon solvents, six-membered rings, teratogens, benzene. Chlorine. Oh, fuck, it was benzene. I'm a fucking idiot. Why did I put chlorine? Oh, it's a fucking hydrocarbon. Why did I change my answer? My fucking chemistry teacher's raging at me. Bullshit. Latin words and phrases. I don't know. Patriotism, war poetry. Veni vidi vici. Dulce et decorum est pro patria mori. My bad, y'all. 2017 internet culture, 2022 and 23. This is r/place. Unfortunately, that's the one I get instantly. Television show set in Pasadena, California. This is the Big Bang Theory. Why do I know this? Because it's the Jet Propulsion Laboratory or whatever. They say this shit all the time in the show. We watched way too much of it because it was on Australian television. 2008 establishments in the US. Fan fiction. AO3? Yes. I know about AO3. Don't ask me. I was a fanfiction.net person actually. Not in a proud way, like in a publishing way. Don't check it. Don't confirm this information. Lost works of art, Nazi looted art. Is it found? Did they find it? I don't know. Amber room. Okay. I should have gotten such a. Actually, this should be like a 4 or a 5. I'm disappointed in myself. Those two gimmies. People with PTSD who died from lymphoma in 1994. Rioter from Manhattan. Anything else about you apart from like where you were, which I don't know anything about? Roman Catholic women. Jacqueline Kennedy Onassis. Okay, was there anything about? If there was, First Ladies, it was buried right in here. Not that I would have been able to get it just because of that, to be honest with you. We're not done yet. Underwater diving sites in Scotland. I don't know. Escape or flow. Yeah, I'm unfamiliar. But I would have gotten benzene. 100%. Benzene and Seattle I should have gotten. Yeah, I should be right here. This is a good day for me, especially knowing these 3 gimmies was great as well. So I'm very proud of myself. But not as proud as I could be. Let's put it that way. Put me in the hole. Jingle my bells. Deck my holes. Type shit. This is the kind of day where we just send it. Never mind. This is the day where we take it easy. This is the day where we just... Let's just play it like chill. Okay. Oh, you fucking rat, dickhead. This isn't a full power situation, actually, so... Oh, you really just gave me the wrong bounce, huh? There we go. That's more like it. So we're getting there. And this is the time for a shortcut. Never mind. No, it still is, but I just needed to get a better bounce on it. That's more like it. We only wasted like 1 shot there. And this we can just do in 1 if we don't fuck it up. We did fuck it up. I nearly clicked checkpoint. That would have been real. Bad angle. Why am I doing this? There we go. Can we do like a cheeky? I think we can. We almost did, to be honest, but... Let's just be calm about it. Why don't we, for once? You know, here the ceiling bounce will actually make it safer. Really? Ah, yes, perfect shot. There we go, +5 probably. -1 still. People really threw a lot of shots away on this one. If that's the par. That song is stuck in my head because of the Bando version that was around a long time ago. And how the Bando version is just straight up better. Anyway, thank you for watching. I'm gonna take a quick little maybe bathroom break, get some water or whatever, and then we'll play some Danganronpa.